right. Before we get into character stories, I just want you to give me who you're with, um, why you're with them, and what the relationship is to you, why you're on the cruise, and the reason why your character is built the way he is. You know, why is he super agile? Why does he have his hindrances? Why is he?
Well, shouldn't that also be derived from the story? Like, wouldn't it be better just to tell the story first?
Yeah, you could tell the story, but basically, what I want it to be, right? So, because your story is going to be developed as we go on, and I want you to be able to platform off of just generalities, right? So, if you say that your character is from America, right, and later on down the line, the as the story develops, you can kind of platform, well, he's also from a small town in America, right? And because he's in a small town from America, he's pretty good he's pretty good at the streets. You know, he understands how things work or whatever. And so by leaving it general, you allow your character to develop through the story as opposed to creating it right from the get. So you can tailor your character to the story.
When you say America, are you referring to the redneck version of America?
America!
That's what Marlon has on his character sheet. I had it up, and that's why I talked about it.
America!
Pew pew pew.
Alright, so with that, let's go through everyone's brief intro.
Can I get my
and
bennies
we'll
too?
get started. So we'll go through left to right. So we'll start with Marlon.
Marlon is Bob?
I am Bob.
Milady.
So Bob is from a small Christian, God-loving town in Montana. And he was just like any other boy living in that town, going to church every Sunday, until he found the internet. And while he stayed on the internet, he started learning. He came into 4chan, and that inevitably led to anime. And so Bob, as he grew up, when he got into high school, he's kept secluded from everyone else, and all he did was watch anime and play video games.
So otaku?
But then, a revelation happened to him. One day, he was driving home from the Montana Anime Expo, and he lost control of his car, and he crashed off a ledge and into the wilderness. And he was grievously injured, where he broke both his legs and one of his arms. And so, while out in the wilderness, he knew that he had no chance of survival. But then, he saw the vision of Anime Jesus coming down from above. And that's when he realized that he couldn't die here. So he gritted his teeth, and he survived out in the woods until he could crawl himself back to a road where he found civilization. From that moment on, Bob knew that he wasn't just a normal person. He had to carry the vision of what Anime Jesus told him that night, and that was to uphold honor and protect the weak. So he'd go wherever he was needed to protect women, children, and the elderly. And now Bob is continuing his adventure into the world.
So
what was that?
You're gonna say San after using everyone's name?
Of course not. Bob's not a weeb. He's a knight. A samurai.
Wait, isn't he a kid?
No, Bob's old. Bob's like 40 years old.
Okay.
And he has a code of honor. He has a code of honor to always protect his friends. Doesn't make him suicidal, but his code of honor is that he must always protect his friends in need, and he must always, if he can, he must always help the elderly, the children, and women. But his code of honor is not, doesn't make him suicidal. Let's just say that. But he is loyal to his friends, and he's morbidly obese.
Arigato, Bobby-san.
Like
Oh, and
morbidly, like he
have,
can't move, like 500
no,
pounds.
he can move surprisingly well, but he's just a huge guy.
Okay.
Oh, and yeah. So his wait, if you look, I changed my stats a little bit. Oh, I didn't change the edges. Wait, where are the edges? Where are the edges? Oh, here they are. So for his edges, I changed Square. He's hard to kill, nerves of steel, and improved nerves of steel.
Whatever, get out of here.
Oh yeah. Also, in regards to women, Bob will only ever protect them, but does not expect anything in return because women are on a pedestal. That must be, but
Stupid,
never
get out of here.
touched.
This sounds like this sounds like the anime club from your high school.
They must be preserved.
Okay. All right, that's a good story. Anything else?
Nothing. He helps where he's not. He's like while he was out in the woods, he realized that. So he has a little bit of fighting skill, and he learned it from meditating under a waterfall. And that's his powers.
You have the powers of a neckbeard.
No, I'm backed by the power of God in anime.
Okay. All right. Did you throw your edges on?
Wait, let me put them on. Where is it? Hard to kill.
Are you
Was
fine?
that
Are
a
you
phone?
fine with glasses and normal clothing being in my inventory since my kid has bad
Oh,
eyes?
and I always have a fedora hat, no matter what I'm wearing, even in the pool.
Wow, you're a lady killer.
Oh, and I'm also the reason why I'm on the cruise is because I just purchased a very very expensive Hatsune Miku model doll, which is like $1,000, and it's rare collector's edition. And the guy told me to meet him on the cruise ship.
Okay.
All right.
Let me write that down on my notes.
NECKB.
On cruise.
I don't know the guy's name. Let's just say that his code name online is like XXX Dark Angel _ 69XXX.
Should put that in the notes.
Why don't you put that in your allies notes?
I never met the guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good. That's a good a DM character hook for me. So that's good.
Nerves of Steel. Where's improved Nerves of Steel? Come on.
What does Nerves of Steel do?
There it is. Yeah, Nerves of Steel.
So we're just doing our one character for now, because I have 3.
Freaking Farlan, you like made this character to survive the zombie apocalypse.
I mean, he survived falling off a freaking cliff and then broke all his bones except for one arm, and he crawled himself back to safety.
So was he meditating with the broken arms and legs?
Yes, while he was in the river, while he was communing with Anime Jesus.
Marlon made this character to freaking ignore damage. Whatever, fool. Get out of here. Alright.
Oh my god.
Does that mean it's my turn?
Yeah. Alright, go ahead, Chris.
I like the blank
Uh,
picture.
Alright, I'm 35. I've been an army mechanic since 18. I know German and Chinese because of all the deployments in different countries during his service. He follows commands but is not uptight about being professional. He's worked on all sorts of vehicles because of all of his deployments, and if he hasn't worked on something, he can figure it out in time and even faster with a manual. He's going alone on this cruise because this is his retirement vacation. He's retired, by the way.
He's 35
Yeah,
and retired.
yeah.
Okay.
That should be pretty good
Who's he
retirement.
with? Who's he with?
No,
You
he's
said
by
you speak
himself.
Chinese and what?
German.
German.
Who's he with?
Put it on your character sheet, please.
There's a
It's in the notes.
No, there's a language.
No, on languages, on skills.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's he with?
Oh, I didn't realize I had to put something in a skill for that. Where would I put that?
No, it's not a skill. There's an actual like box for languages.
Oh, I see it.
Tell me about your danger sense. How did you develop that?
During certain deployments and let's just say bad areas, like if he was in a desert, he had to watch out for.
So he's been in enough combat to know when shit's about to go down.
Yeah, it's not just the combat. It's okay. Like there's certain areas where, like in the desert, you have to be careful about what you pick up because underneath, like scorpions hide underneath stuff to, keep in the shade. Or if he was in a snowy area, he'd have to figure out how to find food, that kind of thing.
All right, give me a trigger for that. Like, do you get like the hairs in the back of your neck roll up? Do you get like a scratch in your throat? Like, what's the trigger? Do you like a spider sense type deal? So when I do these rolls for you in the dark, I can give you a kind of warning if you pass. That is.
Think of it like I don't know how to sense this. I mean, I've done this a couple times.
Like a chill up your spine,
More like
itch on the back of your neck.
more like a feeling that something bad about to happen. Like I don't know, a sense in the back of his head. I've done this a few times before when myself, like I remember at school I was boxing. What's his name? Arnold?
Schwarzenegger.
No, I forgot his name.
Okay, I'll just call it as a kind of like a pressure in your head, or like you feel the pangs or slight pangs of a headache. Let's do something like that.
Okay. There's also senses. Have you ever been alone in a room and all of a sudden the surrounding area pressure felt a little different, and you sort of noticed that someone else was in the room with you all of a sudden?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like you can kind of see other people watching you, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's more like a sense. Cats have this, like, how they use their ears to not just listen for things, but notice the lack of noise.
Sounds like you're haunted, dude.
Okay. All right, tell me about your curious hindrance. Why is it a major hindrance?
Is that what I put for my major?
Yeah.
Where is it? On which tab is that?
Under
Main tab? Okay, main tab. Curious, like I like to figure things out. Like if I were to go to a different country and explore like the ruins and stuff, I'd be curious about, how they developed, what they use as tools to make such, pretty cool ruins. It's like a cat's sense of curiosity. Like, I just need to know.
Okay. Habit, minor smoker. Okay, that's pretty easy. And pacifist, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm not overly aggressive. Like if somebody disses me, I'll just probably shrug it off.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
Pick up chicks.
All right.
That's why I'm on the cruise.
So,
What kind of cruise is it, by the way?
don't know yet. I'm still hearing everyone's story. So you should probably get a Master Roshi freaking token.
A Master Roshi what?
Token.
Give yourself like an icon.
Here, I'll do that for you.
Okay, because I don't know how to do that.
Oh, then he's probably thinking something different than me then.
Who's next? Yanni.
Fool, you better use the knowledge skills that I have on my character. I have 2 knowledge skills.
Oh my god.
Well, like, what are they?
Oh yeah, I don't have leadership on this kid, by the way.
One is battle and the other one's anime.
Are you ready?
The power of
Yeah.
4chan compels you.
Exactly. Because I watch a lot of battle anime, so it makes sense.
Okay, we'll make this simple. I'm in my 30s. I'm in the military of some Afghanistan military. So I'm an outsider. Everybody who's fucking ignorant thinks I'm wanted or I'm a fucking terrorist
Oh my god.
because I wear a turban. America. And I'm very vengeful. So spite me and risk death.
Or you'll jihad their ass.
I'm a prick. Just don't fucking mess with me.
Ah, okay.
So, 2 things I want to talk about. You have pretty high fighting and pretty high stealth, and what is the reason for that? Are you like a commando unit? Are you a sniper? Talk a little bit. Give me a little bit more about that.
I don't know what they would call it, but let's say like Afghanistan Special Ops. I don't know.
Let's call it Afghan Special Ops.
Yeah. So I got decent shooting skills, good at fighting. But even though I wear a turban, I'm not really Muslim, but I wear it out of tradition.
You look more like a Sikh than a Muslim.
More like a what?
You look more like a Sikh than a Muslim.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Sikhs
Yes.
Sikhs wear they're not turbans. They wear it's called something else.
Sick and tired of being called a Muslim.
Yes.
Wah wah.
All right. Next is Gino.
All right, Noah Winters. He's a 12-year-old kid whose parents are divorced. But he lives with his older brother, Norman Winters, who came back from being a corpsman. Let's see. So while his brother became a corpsman, his parents got a divorce because the dad supported it, but the mom didn't. So that's really why they got a divorce, and that's why he's a little just kind of jaded. He's got high spirit because of that, and he's got a little bit more bravery. Let's see. And the reason why he's on this cruise is because his brother made an arrangement where the whole family gets together for once a year for some family outing to like give at least Noah some sort of normalcy.
Good God, 2 divorced parents on the same ship for a week?
Well, yeah.
Dude, you're asking for trouble.
How are your sleeping arrangements?
It is gonna be older brother, so Norman with the father Stephen, and then Noah with his mom Jennifer.
So we're talking about 2 separate rooms. Okay.
Yes, 2 separate rooms.
How old is Noah?
12.
Okay. So throwing a kid in the mix here is gonna add a lot of flavor text to this campaign.
He's anemic because his mom was.
How old is the older brother?
Older
Are you the
brother's-
only kid?
27. Older brother's 27. No, wait. 28.
Yeah. Okay, so you're the only kid. Okay. Alright. Let me look at your hindrance. Anemic? does that mean?
His mother kept it. He has a weak immune system. His mother was very protective over his health, so she didn't let him go out very often. For a while, so he didn't have a stronger immune system.
Basically,
Bubble boy.
his blood lacks a lot of iron, so he bruises really easily.
Sure, let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, there we go.
Doesn't mean his immune system is like really bad, just the fact that really low blood iron.
And any of the characters particularly susceptible to sickness, disease, environmental effects, and fatigue. I thought it was just a generalization, but whatever.
Oh, well, it's news to me.
I'm pretty sure that's just the description they used. Whereas actual anemia, I know it's something else.
Alright, and last but not least, Jeff.
After Jeff,
Hey,
I'm gonna
Jeff,
stop
I'm gonna-
recording.
Jeff here?
So yeah,
Alright.
Spin us a
So-
story.
I am Hideo Suzuki. I am a 35-year-old male. I'm an aspiring manga artist who is also trying to make my own manga to be published, and I'm also a part-time as a low-paying job as a manga artist assistant. I have a girlfriend, but it's very unsatisfying, and she's not out here with me in the cruise. All my life, I've been very down on my luck, and I have very low self-esteem. And because of all the unluckiness I've been having, I'm very psychologically unstable, and I have hallucinations with a younger version of myself named Yajima. And that usually happens when I'm stressed, and I frequently talk to him.
Wait, what's the hallucination's name again?
Yajima.
Najima? Okay. Due to stress?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do enjoy shooting, so I frequently go out to the mountains, and I practice my shooting with my rifles. And I am on the cruise because my boss sent me on the cruise to do work for him.
Is the boss with you?
No, he sent me alone.
This is downright plagiarism.
What's the work you're doing?
I'm a manga artist. He wants me to
Draw
document
environments. Draw
the
environments.
cruise
sounds like-
environment for another series? Is that
Yeah.
something like that? So on cruise due to catching.
Because of that, I feel like my luck is about to turn around.
Right.
Oh, you poor soul.
Hey, do you think he's immune to the disease, or do you think he's just lucky?
Who's immune?
No one's immune. The only people who are immune are the ones who are already dead.
Talking about his actual character
Oh,
in the manga.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
manga?
Yeah.
Right now, it seems like he's lucky.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it too.
I
He
mean,
hasn't ever gotten.
have you guys finished the manga? Am I the only one?
I'm gonna stop
It's
the
not
recording
done
for a
yet.
bit.
It's
Isn't
still